Earlier this month, a California legend in the horse world passed away. We now celebrate his life with this Equestrian Nation tribute to Doc Larson.
His name is Louis, but everyone knows him as Doc Larson, and the story of this modest man will truly amaze you. If you've enjoyed a trail ride in the Angeles Mountains, then Doc Larson has touched your life, and you might not even know it, because the trail you were riding on was carved out of the mountain and taken care of by a dedicated and tireless man who is worried about your safety. The Forest Service has named his trail the Doc Larson Trail. When you ride this trail, you'd think a team of foresters worked on it regularly to keep it in this kind of shape. But that team is a team of one. And in case you think it looks like a piece of cake, look again. All the work is done with hand tools that Doc has to pack in on horseback. And by the way, did we forget to mention Doc Larson is nearly 80 years old, a retired veterinarian, and he's out here every day doing hard manual labor and working with a passion on the trails. So what do you call what he does? Is there a name for this?
The one I like best they give me in the High Sierras, and I use it here, hazard reduction. And that is to find out, as you're riding down a trail, anything, a big tree that's tipped over, you know it's going to fall on somebody, or the trail is too steep, or something where you can build it around and fix it, that's what I try to do. So making it safe is what I try to do.
What has kept you interested all of these years in keeping the trails safe and keeping them beautiful and clear of all the debris?
You go through, you want to do something while you're alive, and one thing, I've always had a lot of energy. And I was brought up, as I said, with a pick and a shovel in my crib. So I've always been working with tools all my life. And I know, and I know how to use them, and I keep myself always in pretty good condition to do that type of work. You know, it's tough. It's hard work. You just can't get anybody to do it. And if I quit tomorrow, guarantee you in 5 years there won't be any trails out there, because I don't know of anybody that's going to go out there and put the time in. This is a full-time job practically.
He went on trail drives, spent a lot of time looking at all kinds of terrain from the back of a horse, and even did some tough endurance riding that sent him up and down some pretty steep mountains. And no wonder he has this vast knowledge of how a trail ought to be. And now he translates all that experience into making the ideal trail.
I was up here with a Forest Service guy to fix a trail, and I said, this is what our job today. He says, what's wrong with it? I says, the trail is so deep, and it's only narrow at the bottom, and a horse can't get his legs out, you know, so he'll start to fight the sides. And he says, oh, here comes a couple of, he says, I've been on a lot of trails, so they tell me this would be okay. I says, not for horses. That's the trouble. Hikers and bikers, there's horse people. You better have the right trail for a horse, or you're going to hurt somebody. Here come two endurance riders. They're just a mob building up the canyon and hard hats and all. And I said, we better get out of the way. They'll ride right over you. So we got the heck out of the way and stood back. This gal first was on an Arab, just a tail up in the air and the ears out, just going, nothing but ribs. Here comes the other horse, it's fat, you know, and just full of foam, yellow foam. I could tell the alfalfa hay was coming right out. And that poor thing, but this gal, the horse had to keep up with him. You know, buddy syndrome, so here it keeps coming, and I'm telling you, that horse, the gal got up on top with the Arab, and this gal come up, got right into the gully, and that horse must have saw double, and it started to do this, and this gal started to scream, that horse come right up like that, and ka-plunk.
Well, fortunately, the horse and rider were both okay, but that story is a good illustration of why it's so important to keep the trails in a safe condition. And so he makes his way up here every day doing the work that he considers is his personal contribution to the world. And he does it for the love of seeing something done right that will help people to relax and be happy and give them a chance to get away from the city, a place he can only refer to as that.
Here, they got to get away from that. And boy, I'll tell you, you see those people out there, they're happy. And they're passengers sitting on that horse, just dreaming their lives away, but relax. And that's what the whole thing is. You got to take out a little time to relax. or you're going to drink yourself into the poorhouse, you know. It's one way or the other. You got to unloosen something. And these people love their ponies.
He is truly an inspiration. One man who does it out of love and pride and never for the glory.
Somebody says, boy, you're famous. You know what I think of famous? One ear and out the other. I don't even think of it. Because my greatest deal was, you know, I think rodeo, that'll make you famous. And or veterinary medicine, do the hell of the best job you possibly can. And this deal wasn't made ever to be, you know, and I didn't put that sign up there. And I'm just putting in trails. And so they put the trail in there, and the Forest Service loves it, and I guess I got a letter from them. They're going to go on and improve it with the Caterpillar. You know, that's a lot better than seeing your picture in the post office after you're dead. You know, than have something after you've accomplished. You always accomplish something. I mean, good. That's all I look for. When I'm out there, and I hope people are enjoying it, but it doesn't bother me to do that for them if they didn't like it. You know, because I know there's enough of them that do enjoy it. Just really enjoy it. The trail is designed so it's, to me, it's pretty. Design something that makes it interesting to the people and the horses. Keep doing something good while you're here. Don't ever stop, and for me, it's work. I love to work.